All right, so here are 13 lessons that I learned in business that if you apply them to your dating life, they will help you succeed, okay? And being in business and also dating, I've come to the realization that business and dating are no different, okay? Minor differences, but the overall grand scheme and the grand picture, if you take these lessons, it's going to apply the same way that it would in business, okay? So 13, here we go. Starting with number 1, we have if your product is shit, no one will buy. And this means that if you, right, because you are the product. This is why dating and business are very similar. Because in dating, you are the product, okay? And if you are shit, meaning you're fat as fuck, you're unconfident, you have social anxiety, you don't know how to seduce a woman, all these things, no one's going to want to buy your product. The same way that in business, if your product is garbage, trash, no one's going to want to buy it. The reason why you go to Chick-fil-A and you buy every single time is because you already know that shit is going to be fire. It's not trash. You walk in there, you order the same shit every time, and every single time it hits, it slaps. Let me get a spicy chicken sandwich with some ranch on the side, some waffle fries, and a motherfucking Oreo shake. You know that shit's gonna hit, right? Because the product is fire. So as a man, you have to work on yourself to the point where you know you can be confident and know that your product is solid. It's a good product. It's a great product. It's an amazing product, right? You got to have that confidence about yourself, but that comes through making a product that is actually valuable so that way you know that it's valuable, okay? Number 2, you have to present and package it properly, okay? And what this means is that you as a man, you have to look presentable, okay? Because even if you work on, let's just say, right, you're out of shape. You are not presentable. If you're in shape, but you don't know how to dress, you're still not presentable. Because when you walk out into the store, you're not going to walk out with your shirt off showing everyone, hey, look at me. I got, the best physique. Oh, yeah. No, you're going to be dressed up, right? You're going to be dressed up in something. So if you're not packaged properly, you're giving the wrong message to the world. Because think about this. If you go to the store and you don't give a fuck about how you present yourself, right? You go outside, you don't give a fuck about how you present yourself. You just throw on whatever. You go out in your pajamas and your dirty ass fucking basketball shorts. Then guess what? The women that you want to attract, they're going to be looking at that product and they're going to say, that product doesn't really look too good. Now, I'm not saying that clothes is the end all be all determining factor because I've pulled women in work clothes. Okay. So if you have that swagger, this is still ties in with presentation because I still have a nice cut. I still have my beard lined up. I still have, my mustache. Everything is lined up. I still smell good, but the clothes, right? But if you want to optimize it, you want to make sure that everything is presented the best way possible. Because imagine if you went into Chick-fil-A and they just threw everything on the fucking tray, right? They just didn't give a fuck about presentation at all. They just said, throw that shit. Here you go, buddy. What are you going to say? What the fuck is this? This shit looks terrible, right? You want it to be presented in a proper way, meaning you want the bun to be on top of it. You want that brioche bun to look nice and steamy. And then when you open it, you're like, wow. And then the ranch is packaged perfectly. You don't want the ranch in some fucking random ass plastic tub, You want everything to be packaged nicely. And when it's packaged nicely, you want it even more, okay? Because even if you knew that sandwich has some value because it's good, if it wasn't packaged properly, you probably wouldn't want it because it just doesn't look appealing to the eye. It doesn't draw you in through the eyes, okay? So in dating, you have to be able to draw women in through the eyes, meaning you look good. So that means going on a cut so that way your face can be more chiseled. That means getting a haircut once a week so that you always know that you look fly everywhere that you go. That means lining up your beard so it never looks scruffy. That means, spraying on cologne before you leave the house and always showering. That means having a skincare routine. That means trimming your nails so that it doesn't look like, you have these long ass fucking hillbilly meth head nails. Like, that's presentation, okay? Making sure your shoes don't have fucking mud on them and your clothes is properly, it's not wrinkled, okay? You iron it, whatever the case may be. If you want to optimize, you want to make sure that all those things are taken care of at all times. Anytime they're going to be seen out in public and there's going to be women around, meaning it doesn't matter where you go, because there's women in Walmart, there's women in Target, there's women in TJ Maxx. Everywhere that you go, there is women. And the reason why most guys are afraid to go talk to women is because they know, number one, their product sucks, and number two, they're not packaging it properly. But think about if your product was valuable and it was packaged properly, you'd have no problem. You'd have no problem selling it anywhere that you go. Okay? So next, you must master sales. Sales is the blood of any business. Okay? Think of any business. Okay? You might think that McDonald's is not selling you. They are. The only way that they have, the only way that they can keep it going is by making sales. You just think of it as like, oh, it's food. No, it's sales. Every single time someone comes in there, they made a sale. They made a sale. Walmart, they're selling you, right? First of all, they have valuable products. They package them properly. And then they sell them. Okay? They sell them, but we're going to go into one of the lessons later on, which talks about that more in depth, but they're still selling you, okay? It's just they don't need an actual salesman there because the product is so good, the product is packaged so properly that guess what? You're going to go and you're just going to pick it up. They sold you on it. Even the packaging like this. Let's just take a look at this, right? This right here. This is going to be on the Walmart shelf, right? And I should probably, hide it because no free promo. But look at this. You see the coconut, right? They don't have a salesman. No, a salesman did not sell me this. But guess what? I took a look. You got the coconut. You got the beach. You got scent of palm tree plus coconut. That sold me because it's packaged properly. I'm like, damn, I want to be smelling like palm trees and coconut. That shit sounds fire, right? So understand that sales is the lifeblood of any business, okay? So whether you're in sales for yourself or whether you have a big business, any of you who work a job, the only way that that job can continue is because they're making sales. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you do landscaping. They had to sell someone on the service of landscaping. It doesn't matter if you're working at a tire shop. They have to sell someone on buying tires, their tires, as opposed to all the competition. So understand that everything is sales. And what I mean by this is, number one is to make sure your product is not shit. Number two is to package it properly. And number three is master sales, because you still have to be able to communicate that value to someone who's never heard of your product and doesn't know what your product is about. Meaning, when it ties into dating is when you go out into the grocery store, when you go out to a club, when you go out anywhere, to the beach, to the pool, it doesn't matter, to school. When you see a woman, you still have to be able to sell yourself on why she should buy into you, which she is the buyer, you are the product, okay? Understand that. So a guy who is unconfident, same scenario, same words, maybe even the same looks, if he doesn't know how to sell himself properly because he's unconfident, he doesn't know how to communicate, he doesn't know how to speak, he's scared of women, he fears them, he has anxiety, then guess what? That motherfucker is going to walk up to the woman and he's going to fucking blow it because he doesn't know how to sell. He's not a good salesman. He doesn't know anything about sales. He hasn't mastered sales. So he's going to walk up to her. He's going to be like, hey, excuse me. You think we can go on a date? No. Because why? He hasn't portrayed why she should want to go on a date with him, right? She doesn't know about this product. She's never heard of it. And it might even be packaged nicely, but she doesn't know the benefits. She doesn't know the value that this has, okay? Because if I try to sell you this and you never even seen it a day in your life, you're like, what is this? I'm just like, oh, it's just a piece of metal. You want to buy it? No. Like, you've never heard of this. You never heard of Apple, nothing, right? No. The fuck? You want to buy it for $1,000? No. But if I tell you, first time ever hearing about this, right? Hey, listen, man. Do you have a phone? Oh, no, I don't have a phone. Oh, okay. Well, listen, this right here, it's more than a phone. This phone has everything that you need. Do you use tools when you go home? Do you use flashlights, use calculators, stuff like that, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, well, listen, not only do you need a phone, this phone has a flashlight built in. It has a camera. You can use it to look things up on the internet. You can take notes. You don't even need a notes app. You have a timer. You have all the right. You're showing them all the value. At that point, you sold them on the idea as to why this is worth $1,000. They now see the value in this. So they're gonna say, $1,000? That's a fucking steal. Of course. Let me get it. Yes, let's do it. Right? So when you walk up to a woman, you want to be able to sell yourself. Hey, excuse me, I just came over here because confidence. You walked up to her. Confidence. You just sold her on the idea that you're a confident man. Now you came over here, you talked to her, you're smooth, you're seductive, you're whatever the case may be. Boom, you go in for the close, right? This all ties into business, because in sales, you go, you find a prospect, you pitch them, you build the value, and then you go for the close. So sales and dating are the same exact shit, right? Because you see a woman, you go up to her, you sell her, you explain the benefits, whatever the case may be. Obviously, it's not going to be like that. Hey, excuse me, I drive this car and, I have a six-pack. And, like, it's not going to be like that. You know what I mean, though? So, right, you see this woman, you go up to her, you talk to her, you sell her, boom, and then you go in for the close. The close is going on a date, because most guys, they don't even go for the close. And this is what rookie salesmen do. This is why everything ties into business. The rookie salesman gets nervous. He doesn't have the confidence to ask for the sale, to go for the close, right? Meanwhile, the confident guy who's going to make sales, he's not afraid to go for the close. He goes for the close because he's not afraid of failing, okay? So it's the same thing with women. You go for the close once you've sold them. Hey, listen, we should go out sometime. Take my number down. Oh, okay, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. Or she might give you an objection, right? Same thing with sales, same thing with business. She might give you an objection. An objection doesn't mean no. An objection just means that person needs more information on whatever it is that they're bringing up. The problem that they've brought up, they need more information on that. Oh, well, where are you from? Blah, blah, whatever the case may be, right? Oh, I have a boyfriend. Whatever the case may be, okay? So next. If you want to make a deal, you must be willing to walk away. This one is extremely important, okay? You walk into a car dealership, right? You're showing so much interest. Oh my God, I really like this car. I really like this car. And this is not even one that I wrote in, right? Showing interest. This should be tied into there, but I'll just include it together. Showing interest, right? You walk into a car dealership. Oh my God, I really want this car. I really want this car. I need it. I need it right now, right? You look fucking desperate. You're showing too much interest. You're not showing that you have the willingness to walk away. So guess what? Now the other person, the car salesman, he knows that you need a car. You're in desperate need of a car, and you probably aren't willing to walk away. So guess what? The car salesman is going to try you differently than he were to try the person who he thinks this guy, he's kind of, I can't really read him. I can't really tell his interest level. It's kind of throwing me off guard because this other guy seems super interested, but this guy is kind of like hard to read. And I don't know if I try giving him a way higher price for this product, he might walk away and I might lose the sale. But the guy who's showing so much interest, like he's not willing to walk away, you can pitch him at a much higher price and hey, he's probably going to buy because he's fucking desperate, So you have to have the willingness to walk away. And how this ties into dating is because when you get into a relationship, right, you're getting into a business agreement, whether you know it or not, right? You have boundaries. You have things that you expect out of the other person. That person is getting with you because they like the product. They see the value in it. You're getting with them because you like the product and you see the value in it, right? So you have to be willing to walk away as a man. If you don't, then you have zero leverage, okay? And like it or not, people want to deny this shit, but relationships are about power, okay? Who has the power? And if you as a man want to have a good relationship to where your woman is submissive to you, she respects you, you have to have the power, okay? And some people will say, that's fucked up. Yeah, okay, your wife has the power, doesn't she? Right? Your wife cucks you, you have to ask her, babe, can I spend the money? Can I make this purchase? That's what happens when the woman has the power. Babe, I don't think you should go out with your friends tonight. No, fuck you, John. I'm going out, and I'm sucking dick, and I'm getting fucked in the back of the car, doggy style, missionary. I'm getting cum all over, right? That's what happens when the woman has the fucking power and the man is cucked. He's powerless. And this ties into what? Not being able to walk away. That motherfucker's gonna have to deal with way more shit than the motherfucker who's willing to walk away. The motherfucker who's willing to walk away will always get the best deal, okay? Whether it's at a car dealership or whether it's in dating. Because in dating, this is how I operate, right? If I'm not getting what I want, I'm out. I'm walking away, okay? So I let, the prospect, I let the prospect know this is what I expect from you, okay? If you want to be my girlfriend, this is what I expect from you. If these expectations aren't being met, you know what's going to happen, right? Yes, I know. Please, daddy, please don't do this. So, be willing to walk away, okay? Have some fucking self-respect, have some balls, and have some dignity. Never let anybody walk over you, because the moment you let a woman walk over you is the moment that she loses respect for you. And you should never put love over respect. Always put respect above the love. Respect comes first. If you're not getting respect, you leave. Because if you're getting love but no respect, what does it mean when someone doesn't respect you? It means that they think you are beneath them. So you deserve less treatment, less of a better treatment than they do. So when you as a man accept that and you tolerate that because you're not willing to walk away, you are a bitch. You're being cucked. You might as well just castrate yourself and throw your balls in the trash. Okay? Because you should always be respected, because you can be respected by a woman. Some days she might love you, some days she might hate you, but she's still going to get on her knees and suck your dick. She's still going to get on her knees and suck your dick. Why? Because she respects you. But if she loves you, but she doesn't respect you, think that woman's going to get on her knees for you? Fuck no. So, okay, next we have, if you think emotionally, you will lose, okay? If the deal doesn't benefit you, think logically. Walk away, okay? So business is logical. The moment you start thinking with emotions, and this one, there's a little bit of nuance to it, of course, because relationships are, involve emotions. They involve love, right? But as a man, you shouldn't fall in love, because the moment you do, you're not thinking about it like fucking business, right? The moment you fall in love, you're not thinking rationally. It's the same thing that if you go into business and this is why a man should always think logically in everything that he does, even when it comes to women. Because the moment you stop thinking logically, you start getting the shit end of the stick, because you start tolerating shit because your emotions are tied to it, right? You're emotionally attached to it. So now you can't walk away. But when you think logically, this isn't benefiting me. This no longer benefits me. I got with this woman and she was 120 pounds. Now she's 400 fucking pounds. How the fuck is this shit benefiting me? Like, I gotta look at this fat ass bitch every single day. What the fuck? I gotta walk away. Now, if you love that fat ass woman, then you're gonna be like, fuck, I might as well stay with Big Bertha and fuck it. I don't deserve a bad bitch, right? But when you think logically, this bitch is getting too fat. I've tried several times. I've gave her a fucking meal plan. I've tried to motivate her fat ass to go to the gym, and her fat ass just wants to sit on the couch and eat fucking Twinkies. So I'm leaving. I'm gonna go find me a bad bitch, okay? So think logically, okay? Because in business, if you don't think logically, you're gonna get fucked. In business, if you have a product, right? Let's just say, I don't know, I'm selling a fucking glass, right? A glass cup. And I'm trying to sell this glass cup. I'm a small business. I don't have many customers. I've invested all my money into these glass cups. I got 10. I got a limited supply. And I know that in order to profit, I have to sell more than I invested. But family comes around, friends come around, and they're like, hey, bro, you think we can get a cup? Can we get like that family discount? Your emotions are involved. You're not thinking logically. So what are you going to do? Okay. Now you sell them all. Now you're fucked. Now you're in the fucking hole. And you got to go re-up, make some more money to invest in some more cups. And you didn't profit shit because you were thinking emotionally. You weren't thinking about it from a business standpoint, meaning you have to be logical. Listen, guys, I love you and I would love to. But it has to make sense on paper. In business, it has to make sense on paper. If it doesn't make sense on paper, you're getting fucked, okay? Because listen to this. Listen, guys, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys, wanting to support my business somewhat, right? Because you motherfuckers are stingy, obviously. But listen, I invested money into this, and I just can't be giving out discounts because I do need a profit off this, right? That makes sense on paper. The other one doesn't. But if you're thinking emotionally, you'll say, okay, cool, let's go ahead and do that, and you get fucked in the end. So think logically always, okay? If your woman is not doing what you want her to do, you walk away. If your woman doesn't respect you, you walk away. If your woman's not giving you sex, you walk away. If your woman's not sucking your dick, you walk away, okay? Understand that and apply it to your dating life. Don't just fucking hear this shit go one ear out the other, okay? So next, if you stop providing value, someone else will steal your client, okay? If you are someone who is a car washer, right? You own a car washing business and you're washing cars, but over time, you've had this customer for a while. They've been loyal to you, but over time, you hired a worker or some shit and the worker's not doing a very good job. You're no longer providing the value that you did at the beginning of that business arrangement. And so now there's this other competitor, and this competitor is hungry. He loves the game. He loves the hustle. This motherfucker's ready to go. He's showing off all the other cars that he's cleaned, and all of them are fucking clean. And this one right here, this customer, even though they're loyal to you and they've been loyal to you for 5 fucking years or 10 years, you're no longer providing the value. So now they see their car and they're like, well, what the fuck? My car is dirty as fuck. Look at all those cars. They're all fucking, they're all clean. So loyalty starts to go out the window once you stop providing value. And this ties into dating because, whether it's you started off the relationship fat and then you start off the relationship in shape, handsome, attractive, and then you turn fat. Okay, you stop providing value. Now she's going to be seeing other guys who are handsome and in shape, and she's going to be looking at you and like, this motherfucker is not providing value anymore, right? Or maybe you provided structure and you were a solid rock at the beginning of the relationship, but over time you got your emotions involved and now you're emotional. So now it's 2 emotional people in one relationship, and now she's like, well, I wanted to get with a man because I wanted him to provide me with emotional stability because I'm a crazy bitch and obviously I have too much emotional trauma and emotional baggage and I need a man to be able to, provide that stability for me. And this motherfucker's over here crying like a bitch in the corner every day, talking about my bills, my bills, shut the fuck up, bitch, man up, right? That's what she's thinking, okay? You're no longer providing value. She's seeing all the other guys. These motherfuckers aren't fucking emotional like my bitch ass man over here crying on my shoulder every night, right? Or maybe it was in the beginning, you used to fuck her, right? You used to fuck her every single day. But over time, you kind of got tired of that pussy and you were like, Gotta fuck her. Here we go again, right? Like, you stopped fucking her, right? Whatever the case may be, okay? You stopped providing value. So now there's value out there. There's other competitors, and they're willing to steal your client. And your client, once you stop providing value, they're no longer thinking, okay, well, I'm not getting any value, so let me go somewhere else. Let me go shop somewhere else. If you go to Chick-fil-A and you always get the sandwich, at first it was hitting every single fucking time, time after time after time after time. But then eventually that shit starts tasting kind of ass. You're going to start looking around and being like, what other options do we have? I mean, Chick-fil-A is pretty good, but Popeyes just came out with a new sandwich. I heard it was good. I heard the lines wrapped around the fucking store. Let me go try it out. And then you go try it out, then that shit hits, and you're like, well, fuck Chick-fil-A. This shit slaps over here, right? It's just as good, if not better, right? So, always provide value. Make sure you're providing value. Never get comfortable, because your customer, your prospect, your woman will be stolen, okay? Success favors the bold. See losses as lessons, okay? Success favors the bold, all right? So if you are someone who's in business, you're not going to be, in business very long if you're shy, if you're meek, if you're afraid to prospect, if you're afraid to go door to door, if you're afraid to go business to business, if you're afraid to get on social media and be vocal about your business, right? You're going to be in the dust, hidden, somewhere where nobody sees you. You make no money, none of that, right? Excuse me. And so it's the same thing in dating, because if you as a man, you're afraid to be bold, meaning you see that beautiful woman that you like, but you're afraid to go fucking talk to her, then guess what? You're not going to have any success. You're going to be a fucking incel. And this ties into the point of see losses as lessons, because I do door to door, right? If you are in door to door, the door to door salesman that will never make a sale is the salesman who walks up, gets rejected, because in door-to-door sales, anyone who's done door-to-door sales knows you get rejected every single day, multiple times a day, and if you're going to do that for years, you better accept that as a reality. Accept rejection, okay? Because rejection is a part of the game, okay? And this ties in with dating as well. All this ties in together. So see losses as lessons. The door-to-door salesman who is afraid of getting rejected, he sees those, he knocked 10 doors, those 10 doors said no. Oh shit, I'm not confident in my product anymore. I worked on my product, I thought my product had value, but whatever, I'll just quit, right? That motherfucker is going to lose. Now, the door-to-door guy who knows he has a valuable product, knows he's packaged it properly, knows that he knows how to sell, and also understands that some people will say no, some people will say yes. That's just the name of the game. That guy will not get mad. That guy understands that not only is it the law of averages, but also every time someone says no, he sits there, he reflects, he thinks, what could I have done better? So that way I can apply it to the next time, okay? That guy will succeed. Same thing in dating. The guy who has no game, no confidence, all this, right? Works on himself, but still doesn't know how to talk to women. He goes out there, he talks to a few, and then he gets rejected 5 times, right? But that guy right there, he's not afraid of rejection. He says, you know what? Every time I get fucking rejected, I'm going to figure out what I did better. Okay, I got rejected that time. What could I have done better? Okay, well, my voice was kind of shy, kind of meek. I kind of sounded like a little bitch. Okay, next time let me project my voice a little better. What about this time? Okay, maybe I looked fucking crazy. I hadn't had a haircut in a while. Let me get a haircut next time. You're taking these losses as lessons, and you're creating a better product. And you're creating a better sales process. So that way the next time it comes around, okay, boom, you just made a sale. Boom, you just got a date, right? This is what happens when you are bold and when you don't fear losses. You see them as lessons, okay? Next, We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got 6 more. Provide a great service and you will have repeat customers. All right. Now, we all know this about Chick-fil-A. That food always hits. Now, think about this when it comes to dating. Providing a good service. What does that mean? Fucking your woman right, okay? If you have your woman screaming your name, if you have your woman calling you daddy, your woman will always be wanting to come back for more. Why? Because she says, this motherfucker fucks me too good, right? Even if she's mad at you. Even if she's mad at you. Women will literally get mad, and the solution to that problem will be to fuck them. But you can only do that if you know how to fuck them properly, right? If you're providing a good service, okay? Because if your product, your service is shit, then the customer will not stick around for long. It's the same thing in dating. Someone else will be servicing your client. You understand what I mean? So you better fuck your woman right, and you'll have a repeat customer. And not only will you have a repeat customer, but that customer will go tell somebody else, hey, I had an amazing service. And you know what happens, right? As soon as they say, oh shit, this person had a good service, Chick-fil-A had a good sandwich, I want to go try that Chick-fil-A sandwich, right? So I'm sure you guys understand that, all right? So next, always be prospecting, okay? Even when everything is good. Always be prospecting even when everything is good. Women do it, so should you, okay? And what I mean by this is when you're in business, right? The moment that you start getting more sales, most people, what they do is they take their foot off the gas and they're like, oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling wavy. They're not prospecting. They're not out there talking to new clients, new potential customers. And so what happens? Suddenly, no more sales. The money runs dry. Boom. Oh, shit. Now you're fucked. It's the same thing in dating. You put all your eggs in one basket. Now, all of a sudden, that woman leaves you. You're left with nothing. Oh, fuck, right? You lost your fucking edge because you weren't prospecting. Listen, women prospect. I'm telling you that right now. That's the hardcore truth, okay? Your woman, she's prospecting to some degree. Some women do it more than others. Some women are more subtle with it. Some women will take any and every guy's number. Some women will just do it with the coworker, right? Some women will just do it with the guy at school, okay? But every woman prospects to a certain degree, whether it's just being nice and courteous with that guy that she sees every day at work and just, keeping things casual, keeping it light. But in her mind, she finds him attractive. She's keeping it lighthearted, but she's still prospecting. She's not going for the clothes, right? She's prospecting. She's keeping him as a prospect just in case something goes wrong with the two of you. So that's why as a man, you got to keep your flirting skills on point, my boy. So you always got to be prospecting, even when everything is going good. Okay? Matter of fact, your game is even better when you have a girlfriend, right? You're not afraid of losing. You already have something at home, okay? So next, never pitch without building value first, okay? Let me see real quick. Okay, never pitch without building value first. And what I mean by this is in door-to-door sales or in any sales. But let's just use door-to-door for this one, right? If you walk up to the house or whatever the case may be, and you just pitch without building value first, they're going to say no right away. You sound like every other salesman that they've heard. They don't know the value. They don't know the product. They might even need it, but you just don't really get through to them because they have this defense mechanism. In sales, people have this defense mechanism. And in order for that defense mechanism to come down, you have to build up the value first and show them why, logically and emotionally, it makes sense to buy this product. So when it comes to women, right? When it comes to women, this is what most guys do. Hey, excuse me, you want to go out on a date? You sound like every other fucking guy. Women have this defense mechanism just like people do in sales because they get approached so much. So many guys tell them, hey, you're beautiful. Hey, mama, come here, right? Cat calls, all that shit. So women develop a defense mechanism to stop people from fucking doing that shit when it's unwanted, okay? So in order to do that, in sales, they call it disrupting the sales pattern, meaning you come up with something different that disrupts the norm. And so now you kind of don't sound like someone who's in sales, right? And then you can build up the value and then you pitch and close, right? So it's the same thing when you go and you talk to a woman. You don't just go straight for, oh, hey, you want to go on a date? No, First, you explain to her why you came over here, who you are, all this, blase, blase. I would like to get to know you, right? You're building up the value. And then she's like, okay, well, I see. I like what I see. He has a good product. He's packaged it properly. He's confident. He's bold. Let's go on a date. Boom. Now you've just succeeded. And also, thinking about this point, this is something that a lot of guys do, and I've seen it today on Instagram, especially all these fucking POV Riz video. I saw this one guy who really fucking sucked. I respect the fact that he did it, but he sucked. He has some work to do, and that's okay. That's okay. You have work to do, but it's just kind of embarrassing when someone posts his fucking POV Riz when their Riz is fucking ass. Brother, work on that shit and just, work on it and then post it, okay? So when I was thinking about that is how in sales, right? In sales, if you just immediately give the person the option to say yes or no without building the value first, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say no, okay? You're going to give them the easy option, right? Like, let's just say, for example, you're selling fucking tires. I don't know. Hey, excuse me, do you need tires? No. Damn. No, right? Anyone asks you, hey, excuse me, do you need tires? No. Even if you do, you don't know this person. You don't know what the fuck they want, right? You're like, who is this person? Why are they coming over here? Let me just go with the easiest answer. No, I'm not going to give this person my life story. Same thing with women. A lot of guys, they go and they say, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Why the fuck would you ask that? First of all, she doesn't know you. Her defense is already up. And then you tell her, hey, do you have a boyfriend? That's like their easiest scapegoat. So any woman with no boyfriend, you just gave her the easiest fucking way to get out. Yes, I do. This bitch is schizophrenic or something because she don't got no fucking boyfriend. Okay? It's the same thing in sales. Hey, excuse me, are you interested? Nope. So you have to build the value first before you go for the close, okay? Next, we have knowing your target audience, okay? In sales, you have to know your target audience, whether it's door to door, whether it's online. On here, my target audience is young men. Young men who are going through the struggles that I went through when I was younger, okay? Whether it's not knowing how to get in shape, I figured that out. So the guy who doesn't know how to get in shape was where I was at back in the day. And I'm the source to let him know, hey, this is what you got to do. Whether it's dating, the guy who didn't know how to fucking talk to women. I was there at one point. We all start somewhere, right? So now I can teach them, right? So that's my target audience. Whether it's in door to door, the prospects are different. You don't talk to an old lady the same way that you talk to a grown man. To a grown man, you talk to him more firm. To an old lady, hey, miss, how you doing, right? You kind of soften it up, right? You got to know your target audience. It's the same thing in dating. Whether you're talking to a college girl, right? If you're talking to a college girl, you're dealing with more of like a party club type of girl. If you're talking to a woman who's 30, in her 30s, that woman, she probably has kids. She probably has a career. She's probably not partying all the time. So the woman who is in her 30s, I'm telling you from experience how I've bagged women in, their 30s. You have to know this woman wants a mature man. She might want some young dick, but she still wants a mature guy, right? Because at her 30s, especially if you're younger, especially if you're like 21, 22, she's in her 30s. She doesn't want a childish little boy. She'll still fuck with you. She'll still let you hit if you carry yourself like a man. if you don't move around all fucking childish. Because the difference between childish and maturity, the motherfucker who's childish, if she gives him some pussy, he's gonna go around telling all his friends, "Hey, you know what? I just fucked Bella. Look, showing all the fucking videos and pictures." The mature guy, even though he's young, he's still mature. He still carries himself like a man. That man will film a fucking porno with her ass, and he still won't release it. He still won't tell a soul. Nobody will know. They'll walk past each other in public, and nobody will even know that they ever fucked. As opposed to the childish little boy, that motherfucker went around showing everyone. Now they walk past, "Oh shit, look, she slept with him, blah, blah, blah," right? Women don't want that. Women don't want a guy who will blow up the spot, especially a woman in her 30s. So you gotta know your target audience. You gotta know, okay, around this woman, she probably, like, there's still women at the end of the day, right? A 30-year-old woman is just a 21-year-old woman grown up, okay? So she's still a woman at the end of the day. You still have to go about it the same way, but you just got to know, with this one, she might want a little more maturity, okay? This one, even though she's young, women still want a mature man, especially when they're young, but you kind of got to know how to play into that, because she probably wants someone who's more, party, whatever the case may be, okay? So, next, social proof matters. And before you think, "Oh, I thought you said, money, social proof and status, all this shit doesn't matter." Listen, social proof is not what these red pill guys tell you, okay? It is to a certain extent, but the way that they put it is that you have to have 100,000 followers. You have to have 1,000,000 followers to have social proof so that you can get women. No, that's not true. Because social proof, even on a subconscious level, is by the way that you speak, by the way that you talk to her, okay? By the way that you carry yourself, when you're trying to set up a date. All these things tie into social proof, okay? Because if you walk up to a woman and you're not fucking desperate, and you talk to her confidently, and you're smooth about it, you're seductive, it seems like you've done it before, on a subconscious level, that plays into the social proof, because she's like, "This guy must get women. The way that he just came at me, I don't see his Instagram following, I don't see him on stage, I don't see him with a rap name, but subconsciously seems like he gets women." So that ties into the social proof, as opposed to the other guy who comes up to her unconfidently. That motherfucker right there, the social proof is that he probably doesn't get no women, right? He probably gets no ass. And then the social proof, it could help if you have more followers, but at the end of the day, the followers don't make you as a man. You still have to be the product. You still have to be the best product possible, right? Because if the packaging is nice, but the product is trash, then guess what? The moment that person buys, if I bought this shit right here, and the packaging is nice, but the moment I lifted it up, it smelled like fucking onions, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So it's the same shit, right? You could have all the social proof in the world. You could have 100,000, 1,000,000 followers, but the moment that she sees the man behind those followers, she's gonna be like, "This guy's a fucking bum. He's an idiot," right? So social proof matters, and this also ties into, like I said, in sales and door-to-door sales. When you go out there, if you're in door-to-door sales and you're knocking, you never want to see someone outside of their house, right? Outside of their house, and go knock a door when they're literally outside. Because you might knock on this door and this person will tell you no, and now that person saw it. So now the social proof is that nobody wants your product, as opposed to you going up to talk to them first, build up the value, and they might say yes because they don't know yet. They don't know the social proof. Or even if you go knock on that door, they do say yes. Now that person is curious. I wonder why they said yes. That person must have value. So it's the same thing with women. If you can get women and you can show that you get women, then other women are going to be like, I wonder why he gets women. Why do you think that most guys who get women get women? Because over time, they build up this reputation, and women start wondering, what is it about this guy? Does he have a big bank account? Is he smooth? Does he buy women gifts? Is he seductive? Does he have a big dick? Is he good in bed? What is it? This curiosity, women like mystery, women like intrigue, women like to wonder. So when she starts seeing this, that's social proof. Now she wants to find out for herself, okay? And last but not least, if you are a small business, you have to market. Once you're established, they come to you. So if you're just starting out, you have to go out there into the field and go talk to people. Now, once you're established, then guess what? People are probably going to come to you. That's why you don't really see Lamborghini advertisements, because they're established. So people come to them. That's why you don't need Walmart to come to you every single day. You just say, hey, I need some products. I know where to go get it. Let me go to Walmart. Hey, I need some food. Let me go to Chick-fil-A, or let me go to McDonald's, or whatever the case may be. Hopefully you're not eating McDonald's, but you know what I mean, right? They're already established. They don't need to go out there prospecting all the time. But in dating, if you're someone who doesn't have a big following, you don't have influence, none of that, right? Then women aren't really going to come to you, okay? So you have to go out there and get some experience, get some skin in the game. Go talk to women. Go learn how to seduce a woman. Go learn how to just talk to a woman at Target. Talk to a woman at TJ Maxx. You have to go out there. You're going to be fucking delusional. The same way a small business owner would be fucking delusional to think, I just started out my business and I want the customers to come to me because I'm just so valuable. I want the customers to come to me. The customers don't even know who the fuck you are. You have to go out there and go talk to them first of all and show them why they should come to you. Once one customer starts coming back because you've done everything I've told you in this, then they're going to tell another person, and that person's going to come, and then they're going to tell another person. Eventually, the people are going to start seeing everyone's coming to this place, and now they're going to come, and everyone starts coming here. Now you've established yourself. So until you establish yourself in the game, then guess what? You have to go out there. You have to hunt. Okay? So you got to love this game, man. I love this game. I fucking love this game. I'm married to this game, all right? Like the video if you want to see more. If you want to see more like this, I'll pull out more knowledge out of my brain and I'll put it into another video so that you guys can benefit. And if you want daily value like this that I post through my day-to-day life, go on my Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching. You'll find more videos, short form. And on my story, I post my day-to-day life every day. Kind of show you guys the processes that I go out throughout my day, whether it's eating, whether it's working out, whatever the case may be, my habits. So I'll catch you guys over there. Like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. Peace out.